In a world of shortcuts, we choose the long road. Where others seek hacks, we build habits. Where comfort is king, we crown discipline. This is the path of grit, silence, and self-mastery. Welcome to the discipline theory. The road of discipline isn't just hard because of what it demands. It's hard because of who it threatens. Not enemies, but friends. Not critics, but family. Today, we're exposing one of the most overlooked forces pulling you off your path. The people around you. Why they resist your growth. How they keep you undisciplined. And what you must do to break free. They won't say it directly, but they don't want you to change. They say, relax, don't overdo it, live a little. But what they're really saying is, stay the same. Because when you start choosing discipline, you become a mirror, and mirrors don't lie. You didn't just quit bad habits. You quit being convenient to them. And now, they'll joke about your routines, test your will, question your mindset. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're finally doing something they couldn't. When you start waking up earlier, eating cleaner, training harder, they'll notice. Not with praise, but with questions. Why are you doing this? You're obsessed. You don't have to be extreme. But they don't see what you see. They don't feel the fire inside you. They just feel the distance you're creating. Most people don't want you to change. Not because they want the worst for you, but because your change threatens their comfort. Your progress reminds them of what they're not doing. Your focus exposes their distractions. Your discipline mirrors their laziness. So they say, relax a little. Live a little. You're taking life too seriously. But they don't realize you're finally taking life seriously enough. Sabotage doesn't always look like betrayal. It looks like this. You've worked hard, just rest today. You're being too extreme. Balance is key. Why do you care so much? No one else does. It's well-intentioned. It's soft. It's familiar. And that's why it works. It doesn't break you. It drains you. Slowly, silently, until one missed workout becomes a week. One cheat meal becomes a binge. One day off becomes your default state again. They didn't push you off the path. They just whispered until you wandered off yourself. Here's a truth they never tell you. Discipline is lonely at first. You'll lose people. Not because you're better, but because you're becoming different. Your focus will threaten their comfort. Your silence will expose their noise. Your consistency will make their excuses louder. But that's the price of real growth. You have to walk through the fire, alone, before you can lead anyone through it. It's not personal, it's necessary. Growth isn't a group activity, it's a solo ascent. You're not abandoning them, you're just refusing to abandon yourself. Before you can break free, you have to break character. And that's the part nobody tells you. Discipline isn't just about what you do, it's about who you're becoming. See, most people try to change their life by changing their actions. Go to the gym, eat better, wake up early. But they do it while still wearing the identity of the old self. The quitter, the people pleaser, the person who needs permission. You'll never sustain new habits with an old self-image, because discipline isn't a mask you wear. It's a skin you grow into. The reason it hurts when people resist your growth, it's because deep down, you still want to be accepted by the version of you that fits into their world. That part of you still craves their approval, still hopes they'll get it, still wants to explain yourself. But here's the brutal truth. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your transformation. Not everyone can come with you, and that's okay. Discipline demands a death, not of your spirit, but of your old identity. You have to bury the version of yourself that needed validation. You have to silence the voice that says, "What will they think?" Because once you fully embody the disciplined self, the self who trains in silence, who doesn't flinch when doubted, who no longer asks for applause, then discipline becomes your baseline, not your burden. And here's the twist. When discipline becomes your identity, you no longer feel like you're fighting your impulses. You feel like you're defending your standard. You stop asking, "Can I keep this up?" and start declaring, "This is who I am now." You're not just building better habits, you're becoming someone who doesn't break them. So stop tweaking your routines. Start rewriting your story. Because if the old identity stays alive, no amount of effort will save you from slipping back into comfort. Burn the script, write a new one, and become the author of your discipline. Now that you see it, the way they pull you back, the way comfort is offered like a gift, the way familiarity begs you to stay the same, what do? How do you escape? How do you protect your discipline when the people around you quietly test it every day? It starts with a decision, but it survives through structure. 1. Build boundaries, not walls. You don't have to cut everyone off. You're not at war with your friends, but you do have to protect your energy. Stop explaining your new routine. Stop negotiating with people who benefit from your inconsistency. If your schedule matters, protect it. If your mornings matter, lock them down. If your habits matter, build your environment around them, not around their expectations. 2. Let actions speak louder than explanations. The old you needed to justify everything. The new you doesn't. You don't need to convince them you're serious. You don't need to persuade them that change is good. Do it. Let your results speak for you. Let your progress be your response. Discipline doesn't argue. It executes. 3. Build a new circle, even if it's digital. If your current environment is full of excuses and distractions, you can't rely on it to fuel your evolution. Surround yourself, virtually or physically, with people who want more, people who show up, people who push, not pull, even if they're in podcasts, even if they're strangers, even if it's just a playlist and a blank page. Build your own monastery of discipline and let it be sacred. 4. Expect resistance and choose repetition. They won't celebrate you at first. They might mock you, question you, guilt trip you. Don't react. Repeat the workouts. Repeat the early mornings. Repeat the boring, silent wins that no one claps for. Because discipline is not about applause. It's about endurance. When they finally ask, "How did you do it?" you'll already be too far ahead to answer. And when it gets lonely, good. When it gets hard, perfect. Because those moments are proof that you're breaking free from the cage they never noticed, but you refuse to stay in. You've walked through distractions, through silence, through resistance from the people who once called you friend. You've seen how comfort disguises itself as care, how the familiar begs you to return, and how solitude becomes the cost of self-mastery. But now you know the path forward isn't about applause, it's about alignment. Discipline isn't something you try, it's someone you become. So if this message reached you, if it echoed something you felt but never said, you're not alone. This is the discipline theory, a place where shortcuts die and the long road is the only road that matters. New videos every single week. Master your habits, change your life. And remember, the undisciplined quit here. The rest, they subscribe and they show up again.